Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki spiritual healer. And we're going to get into our topic in one moment, but I just had this on my heart, and I wanted to tell you how sinister the avowed evil one is to the chosen ones, how malevolent they are, and they will take something that is innocent and try to put you in fear, and they will keep saying certain things over and over to make sure that you stay in fear. So a couple of weeks ago, we had our snowstorm, and here in the east, people use snow blowers, and they, the snow gets pretty piled up really quick. So I had left the hotel and I pulled over on the side of the road when it started to snow early that morning. And the people came out, the next day, and they had like snow blowers, and they covered my car with snow. So, you guys heard me when I was telling you, that I had to keep getting out and knocking down the ice and the snow off of my car. So this is what was happening. They actually buried me in the snow. They buried my car, and I had to get a young man in order to dig me out. So, and he was very nice about it, in the snow, in the cold, and he dug me out, and I made sure that I overcompensated, because that was the nicest thing. He was digging other people out, and I saw him coming down the street. And he said, well, I'm going to do something else right now. And I said, well, I'm not going anywhere. So he said, I'll be back. So he came back, and God always puts someone in your midst. And I just wanted to let you guys know that they can't keep the chosen ones down, because God is going to send someone. God is going to make a way, and God is going to open a window. I had to open my window and say, hey, I'm over here. So, I really appreciate it when they try to put you in fear and try to harm you intentionally. When you are attacked by the entity, you have to know the difference, like I've been teaching you. When you're attacked by a person and when you're attacked by the entity himself, the avowed enemy, then he's trying to, put you in fear, and he's also trying to harm you and unalive you. So we have to make sure that we're praying and stay prayed up and connected, so that, those evil, malevolent wishes and ways are not followed through. So I hope you received this portion of my story. So let's get into, our video for today, our topic. And we are having problems with a lot of my followers. I don't even understand what the problem is, why it's such a problem with vanity. This is what has been taught, that you're supposed to be able to look at people and have your way. And don't get it twisted that I'm not that type of person. I'm not a vain person. It's not about looks, and these are the types of attacks that you will receive when you're not a vain person, when it's not about how you look. And you understand that when you wear religious garbs, when you wear a veil, because you're talking about the spirits, the jinns, that these types of spirits, they can attack you. They can attack you. They can attack your beauty. There are malevolent people that have attachments, warlocks and witches, that can attack your beauty. And I have been talking to you about this. So we do not want to, be attacked by these malevolent forces. And we have to understand that, the shayateen was a very beautiful, person. He was a very beautiful angel. He was a very beautiful jinn. And because he lost his form, he doesn't like people that are beautiful. He will start to attack them at a very early age. He will be able to see your beauty on the inside and the outside. And he will start to attack you. So he doesn't like those type of persons. And when you dress in religious garbs, you are shielded from those types of attacks, especially with those practitioners that like to use mirror magic. You're shielded from those types of people who are online who want to attack your beauty, whether you are male or female. When you receive these types of comments from people that they want to be in your presence, they want to be able to see you, and I have every intent of when I am on video chats, when I do video counseling sessions, I'm not veiled because it's a private consultation. I veil myself with being on the internet, because these people on the internet, a lot of them are practitioners, and they are willing to attack anyone that they're in competition with. A lot of people who are enemies, those family enemies that we've been talking about, those frenemies that we've been talking about. We want to make sure that we are shielded, that our prayer life is intact. And besides that, we're going to put on the religious garb, the hijab, the niqab. We're going to put on the religious robes, in order to shield ourselves from those types of attacks. So we understand that God has given us, the garments that we can wear in order to make sure that the entity is not attached to us, that we're not attacked, because we're not doing all that we can. When I first came on this mission, it wasn't a problem for me. It never was a problem for me. How I look, because again, I was never allowed to wear certain things in holy spaces. I was never allowed to, be around men without being fully covered. I was never allowed to sit around grown folks and be in their conversation without glancing down, looking down, or covering my face. They would rush us out the door, go into another room, whatever we had to do. We were not going to sit and look in grown folks' mouth. So these are some of the ways that we understand that covering yourself, covering your eyes, covering yourself so other people cannot look up on you, it will also help you to cure that vainglorious, those attacks, those people who are envious and jealous of your looks. And we have to understand that as Muslims. We have to understand that as Christians, that people will attack you because of the way that you look, and you're beautiful, or you're handsome, or you are beautiful and intelligent. You are handsome and intelligent. So a lot of these types of attacks upon us, we can, really deflect those types of attacks. They can also be cleansed if someone has attacked you in this way with mirror magic, or your identity, your picture, or anything like that. It can be cleansed. So we have different ways. There are different healing rituals and methods in order to deflect the attack, in order to return to sender, and in order to cleanse the situation if you have been under this type of attack. So I hope that you received this message. Please like, share, and subscribe to me. You can book your one-on-one life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions. Book your consultations so that we can get a general idea of what's been going on with you, and I can acclimate a gift to your situation. Donate to my channel. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.